akwa ba sonko ze ba Badwam Ahosepe dwumezido na mama akwa Badam no bibia bokodo pepepe wo bibiara e wo hodom na za otin de inde dwumeza yerizi ye hwe parliamentarians no won dwumeza worizi wo honom inde ntino quickly no yembo nkwohwe ho kakra na yeso yembra ha de sisia.
Let me collect my tag here.
Yes, so the chamber has now been opened. MPs are now lining up to be screened. The first person to have entered was the majority chief whip Frank Adom. The MPs are also lining up to enter. They are in their numbers and they are clearly aiming to go in there and go and sit at the majority side. We have not been allowed access, so a number of MPs have already entered. So we have no idea which MP took which seats or where, because journalists, the entrance to our gallery is still locked. And the leaders are making their way. You still see in the NDC leader, Dr. Kassie Latoforsen, all of them having to surrender their phones at some point so that they can go in through the screening and then they can pick their phones back and then head in there. Dr. Kassie Latoforsen walking in. A number of them, you see Iman Okufukesibedra is the next to have entered. Bid Zidin is entering now. He is also going into the chamber. Samuel Atamils is next in line. A number of all these other persons in the queue are NDC MPs. Only 4 NPP MPs were here, and they've already entered as we speak. And so it will be interesting to see who has taken which seats. And because Frank Adom was the first to go in there, you would expect that he will go straight to his seat as the chief whip on the majority side, and he's already gone in there. But more NDC MPs following. Expectation is that they will perhaps take the other seats in the majority side and then perhaps leave the Frank Adom sitting amongst them. Whatever happens, when we go in there, we'll be able to see for ourselves what exactly is going in there. So the last of the members of parliament who are currently around are entering. You see the Honorable Sukparu, who is just entering. Then the MP for Kpone Katamanso also about to go. Then Bismarck Nyakote MP also going in there. A lot more, about five NDC MPs. The last in the queue who are going in there. Journalists have still not been allowed to go in there, so we can't see what exactly is happening in the chamber and which seats, which chairs, which area has been taken over by the sides of parliament, and we'll be trying to get some access as to what exactly is happening there. The last of the NDC MPs now going in. The last NDC MP is now entering, and the rest of the other persons who are going in there are staff. And then other persons will see whether journalists will now be allowed to go in there, and then we'll see the situation with the situation and see whether they will allow journalists to go in there with their cameras. This is the entrance for our camera. This is the entrance that our camera has been using since. In fact, I can confirm to you that the NDC MPs have taken the majority side. I see Peter Lanchini Tobu sitting right here across where I can see from the chamber, and that is where NPP MPs have been sitting. That is the majority side of the house. They've now taken those seats in the house. They've now taken those seats in the house. The NDC MPs have taken the majority side of the house. I can confirm that. I can confirm that the NDC have taken the majority side. You can see you can see Peter Lanchini Tobu, who is in there, and that is the situation. The NPP have taken the majority side. The NPP have taken the majority side. Well, yes, the NDC have taken the majority side. We have gotten first view of the chamber. These are the NDC MPs sitting here. The minority leader, Dr. Kassie Latoforsen, has taken the seat as the majority leader. He has taken the black seat. Frank Adom is still seated around together with the other persons. Habib Idrisu has taken the seat of the majority leader, obviously protecting it and trying to ensure that no person takes that black seat. But the NDC MPs have also moved their black seat over to the other side, with Dr. Cassie Latufosin now seated on the majority side. What you see in your shot, that is the right-hand side of the speaker. That is the space that is reserved for the majority side, and the NDC MPs have taken that. Still, the NPP MPs who are around have also taken that seat. You can see Frank Adom there, also around the majority side. Habib Idrisu, also around that side. The MP for Sefia Akonsomra, who is the deputy majority whip, Alex Jonobo Atete, has also taken his seat. And so the NDC MPs, in their numbers who've already come in, had taken the majority side just like they said they were going to do. We are not allowed to get close into that side to conduct interviews because that is considered a chamber of the House. And so we are staying a little back and observing proceedings. But all the NDC MPs who are now coming in are now taking their seats on the majority side. In fact, I've actually seen a number of them who've actually come out to come and remove name tags and taking it to the other side. But just like we expected, the NDC MPs who've insisted that they are the majority in Parliament have gone in there to take the majority side. This is the second time within the 8th Parliament that something of this sort has happened. You will recall when Parliament was about to be sworn in on the midnight of the 7th of January, the NDC, who insisted that they had won the majority of seats and the NPP was seeking to take that away from them, took the majority side. That time around, it was within the Chamber of Parliament, the Chamber of Parliament itself. That has been done, and you're not allowed. So a number of these NPP MPs already coming in. We'll see what happens. If the camera can pan the shot to Dr. Cassie Latufosin and his colleague leaders, you will see them seated at the majority side of the House. Only that they have an accompanying person who is an NPP MP in the person of Alex Jonobo Atete. So really, we are set for really spicy scenes today from Parliament. If this is to go ahead, we would expect the Speaker of Parliament clearly will be the one in the eye of the storm to be able to try and resolve this. Because if he comes in and declares that, listen, because I have been served by this action that was taken by the Supreme Court staying the ruling declaring 4 seats vacant, that will mean naturally that the NDC MPs would have to obey him and come here. You heard from Mahama Yariga when he spoke in the course of the week and said that the expectation is that you heard from them who expected that their course of expectation will be that if the Speaker of Parliament communicates with them, they will listen. But any other matter for any other person speaking to them, they won't listen. They do not take orders from the Supreme Court on social media. So explosive scenes expected to be seen here if both sides do not really take their time and act accordingly, because the NPP MPs have been outnumbered in the House today, and there are just about 4 of them who have already come in. They've also taken their seats around them at the majority side, but more than 30 NDC MPs who have already come in here have taken the majority side, and they are the ones dominating those pews in Parliament. Dr. Cassie Latufosin himself, the minority leader, he's moved his black chair, and the black chairs are the only black chairs within the chamber that are taken by either leaders on both sides, the minority or the majority leader. They sit on the black chairs. So what I suspect might have happened, and around that time I wasn't in, is that when the NPP side entered, Frank Adom and Habib Idrisu took Alexander Afenyo-Markin's chair, they sat on it to ensure that no one takes that chair.
You say no, when you action in your or Parliament in there, Obia Rishokwan, there's or Supreme Court or no Speaker Baba Kanho done in the Intino, not a lay 2 years than visuals no more. Internet question on them. Now, no, I've been joined by Bethel Revival Choir. There was the one thank you experience, no, about those in what to listen experience. Akwaba.
Yeah.
But using the
Jifa.
Jifa. Hold me, waka sanko say.
Makafu.
Na
Abla.
Hey, there tight pa na baba for what say na bibiase. One can one akpe experience no wasem ka share.
Okay, and see, yen akpe experience no, this is the second edition second one. Okay. And essentially a live album recording. and so far you release 3 albums. We can be your 4th album. I ever record you release.
Nice.
Aye.
And once one album's need now, so you fire.
Patron.
Ready me. Into no watch them action pa.
Patron action pa. This time around, and you're not your day, so your mom with different feel. Your mom was surprises. Your mom more expect to say a bit to me. I know. Your best shock him on that day.
No, your mobile don't want you nazi. Warrior. Into one no what on saffron no special people when you invite another be able to move.
Okay. Obia betimi aba program maybe, but a ticketed program. NTA Chiaka and VIP a 150. Okay. And a regular a 50 Ghana.
No, you share there VIP 150 regular e 50 one now apart from one more me sure the performance is been at
see Pastor Edwin Lawson. Okay. And I was someone Pastor Edwin Dawson.
You know you want you be make pa.
And I were your very own solo acts from your choir Osborne Agbodovi. You were Dave the Music Box. You were Ike Nano. Like
Dave of you one ma.
Debbie.
Okay.
But I saw yeah.
Our brother matters.
Yes, and see you were a lot of actors. Omoba Luigi McLean so ebe fame. You were Nkofo Baby Omoba Mbabe Asoja Aboye and them wako.
Okay. You know on the 3rd of November, you nyina ye fa ye nenwan share Global Evangelical Church Trinity Chapel. Honom na oye Bethel Revival Choir for Warrior one experience concerts. Wafano Akpe 2024. Quickly, abazinti na damu dan mamu nko baby a or damu baho.
Okay, theme for this year's Akpe experience is the revival. And see, as time goes on, no, it just say you're reviving your life, you're reviving your baby or your brabum. This year so election year. You per se you're reviving your country Ghana. Nema your cousin Dawson. Inti sa nyame ambemwa. Ye nim dear ye baby. Inti ye need revival no this time around pansenda.
Okay. Let's revival in Kenya. They be Kenya you know home. Okay. No Nyakopon Adom on the 3rd of November you join one. Na ye nyina ye be Kenya ye nsunsun. Na ye tum na ya kwa batu no ma bibiara akodo. Better revival call nyame show hon papa. Nti ticket no ye pe bia ye benya bi wo chapel ho ara.
Patro an benya bi wo chapel ho, benya bi wo City TV, City FM. Obenye bi wo Heaven Community Studios. Okay. Obetimi enye bi wo ye website www.bethelrevivalchoir.com. Okay. And your short codes ne numbers bibia wo your website so. Okay. Into ko your social media platforms na so. Link ne wo honom o tap link na to take you straight there you can buy online. Wo honom na obetimi aba. Ya so ya to hard copy as well. Okay.
Nti no tedam work na no Global Evangelical Church Trinity Chapel Kotobabi Accra e benya tickets.
Enye spring Thursday no. Perform
Kotobabi down. Okay. The Mara also na channel 1 TV Tesano musu ebinye bi wo honom City FM adabraka na www.bethelrevivalchoir.com. Also a ticket ebinye bi wo honom na kind short code nti na mo short code no mo say ehwema for phone na dial na nyakwa na to tickets because eton ntama ehwe ebinye be fine atna aha nti no mo maza na to tickets ntam regular 50 be mame no boys no cry e na say two no kakra so na VIP so 150 on the phone nti no bo star 713 star 33 star 114 hash mama san means do star 713 star 33 star 114 hash na je wo ticket me da ho na say but before bokon want to 10 seconds be na ye hu na one wo be say o ye counterfeit fu na wa be gina na wa ye be yes I mean no yes wo di jaje wo kakra yes wo di jaje na yenko ha
yes we do jada joya wo do madaka matanwa chio Yesu wedo jade joya woda madaka matamwachio Yesu wedo jade joya woda madaka matamwachio Yesu wedo jade joya woda madaka matamwachio Tonya wo miva mijo mia Yesu bo na mia wodo na Yesu jikadaka macho miafo mawufa jwa da wonya Ellen du sit plamia na la nuwa madaka mohonesio eyo do no kan Egbaji gbesese wo gudu yata mi kafu mawudeta e Yesu wedo jade joya wodo madaka matamwachi
yo after experience aha Bethel revival call for the mission one papa na ne pay we be Kenya here in the car cry into no mo sordo ma call me one video bi beja wa mo kra mo sordo Michael the revival Bethel revival call for react experience or global evangelical church Trinity Kotobabi down but mo zan nakakaji wo tickets na tum nakaka won ho ndam dan 3rd of November aye okay it's my one